There comes a moment in a man's life when he realizes something quietly unsettling. Not everything that once brought excitement still brings peace. Not every desire deserves pursuit. Not every companionship leads to fulfillment. After 50, and especially after 60, life stops rewarding impulsive choices and starts charging interest on them. This video is not about bitterness. It's not about resentment toward women. And it's certainly not about loneliness. This is about clarity, Stoic clarity, psychological clarity, and the kind of self-awareness that only comes when a man has lived long enough to see patterns repeat. Today, we explore 7 reasons why many men over 50 and 60 find greater power, peace, and attraction by not having a girlfriend. Not because they can't, but because they choose not to stay until the end. The final reason is the one most men realize only after it's too late. Reason 1. Your peace becomes more valuable than excitement. When you are young, excitement feels like life itself. Chaos feels romantic. Intensity feels meaningful. But age does something cruel and beautiful. It reveals the cost. After 50, your nervous system is no longer built to tolerate unnecessary emotional turbulence. A girlfriend doesn't just bring companionship. She brings moods, expectations, unspoken emotional labor. And here is the Stoic truth. Peace is not passive. Peace is earned through discipline. At this stage of life, a man's peace becomes a currency. Every disturbance costs more. Late-night arguments, emotional negotiations, subtle pressure to explain yourself, to justify your silence, to soften your boundaries. Stoicism teaches this clearly. Do not give control of your inner world to external forces. Many older men realize too late that they traded serenity for stimulation, and stimulation fades, but peace compounds. Reason 2. Attraction. Energy shifts when you stop seeking. Here's a psychological paradox most men never learn. The less you need, the more magnetic you become. After 50, attraction is no longer about performance.
It's about presence.
A man who is grounded, independent, and emotionally sovereign radiates something rare: calm confidence, unavailability without arrogance, interest without hunger. When you remove the label girlfriend, something changes in your behavior. You stop chasing validation. You stop negotiating your worth. You stop shaping your life around approval. And women sense this instantly. Not because you're manipulative, but because you are centered. Stoicism teaches non-attachment. Not indifference, but freedom. The man who can walk away is the man who commands respect. Reason 3. Emotional ROI declines with age. Every investment has a return. Money, time, energy, emotion. When you are younger, emotional investments feel limitless. You recover quickly. You rebuild easily. After 50, emotional depletion hits differently. Arguments linger. Disappointments echo longer. Stress settles into the body. Ask yourself honestly, does this relationship add clarity or complexity? Does it expand your life or compress it? Stoicism warns against misplaced investment. Many older men discover that the emotional return no longer justifies the cost. Not because love disappears, but because priorities sharpen. You begin to value quiet mornings, undisturbed routines, mental clarity, physical health, to purpose-driven days, and anything that disrupts these demands a serious reason. Reason 4. Identity becomes non-negotiable. You spent decades building yourself, your habits, your principles, your rhythm. After 50, identity is no longer flexible clay. It's set stone. A girlfriend, no matter how well-intentioned, introduces negotiation. Subtle changes, compromises, adjustments. What time you wake up, how you spend your evenings, where your focus goes. Stoicism teaches that a man must live in accordance with his nature, not borrowed desires, not external expectations. At this stage, preserving identity becomes more important than adapting to fit someone else. You're not afraid of being alone. You're afraid of losing yourself, and that fear is wisdom. Reason 5. Most men confuse companionship with purpose. This is uncomfortable, but necessary. Many men don't want a girlfriend. They want distraction. Distraction from emptiness, from unresolved grief, from a lack of mission. Stoicism confronts this illusion harshly. No relationship can substitute for purpose. After 50, the question becomes unavoidable. What am I building now? Legacy.
Wisdom.
Health. Mentorship. Inner mastery. A girlfriend can complement a fulfilled life, but she cannot replace direction. Men who choose solitude wisely often discover something unexpected. They are not lonely. They are aligned. Reason. 6. Freedom becomes a form of wealth. Youth chases money. Age chases freedom. The ability to decide your day, your pace,
Your silence.
freedom to travel without negotiation, to think without interruption, to rest without explanation. This is not selfishness. This is sovereignty. Stoicism teaches that true wealth is needing little. Many men over 50 realize that the cost of romantic involvement is often paid in freedom. And once you've tasted true autonomy, it's hard to trade it back. Reason 7. Loneliness is better than entangled regret. Here is the final truth. Loneliness is honest. Entanglement can be deceptive. Loneliness tells you where you stand. Entanglement can blur reality. Many men fear being alone more than being misaligned. Stoicism teaches courage,
Not comfort.
It takes courage to sit with yourself, to face silence, to become your own company. But men who master solitude develop an unshakable core. They are not dependent. They are selective. And those changes everything. This video is not a commandment. It's an invitation to examine your life honestly. After 50, after 60, the question is no longer, can I have a girlfriend? It becomes, does this choice honor my peace, my purpose, and my principles? Stoicism doesn't reject love. It rejects attachment without wisdom. Some men thrive in relationships. Others thrive in solitude. The strength lies in choosing consciously.
Not out of fear.
Not out of habit, but out of clarity. If this message resonated, sit with it.
No rush.
No reaction, just reflection. Because the strongest men are not ruled by desire. They are guided by understanding. If this message resonated with you, don't rush past it. Sit with it. And if you value clarity over comfort, self-mastery over impulse, and wisdom over noise,
Subscribe.
this channel is for men who think deeply, choose consciously, and refuse to live on autopilot. Leave a comment not to agree, but to reflect. What is peace worth to you at this stage of life? And if you know a man who needs this reminder, share it with him quietly.
No pressure.
No persuasion, only understanding.